What if I told you that every single word coming out of your mouth right now is either making you richer or keeping you poor? But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. Here's the shocking truth that the wealthy have known for centuries. Your financial reality isn't determined by your education, your background, or even your current circumstances. It's created by the exact words you speak every single hour of every single day. Most people are unconsciously programming themselves for financial struggle through their casual conversations, wondering why their bank account never seems to grow, despite their best efforts. Has this ever happened to you? You work hard, you follow all the traditional financial advice, yet somehow money always seems to slip through your fingers like sand. You might even catch yourself saying things like, "I can't afford that," "money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm broke again." What you don't realize is that these seemingly innocent phrases are actually commands to the universe, instructing it to keep you trapped in financial limitation. The universe operates through a precise vibrational system, and your spoken words carry the exact frequency needed to reorganize your financial circumstances. Think about this for a moment. Everything around you, from the device you're watching this on to the money in your bank account, is simply energy vibrating at different frequencies. When you consistently speak poverty consciousness, you're literally broadcasting a signal that attracts more financial struggle into your experience. But here's where it gets fascinating. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might surprise you. There's a specific declaration that, when spoken every single hour, aligns your consciousness with what I call the money frequency. This isn't some new age fantasy. This is based on the same universal principles that have created every fortune throughout history. Your financial words are creating an invisible blueprint that the universe follows with mathematical precision. Every time you declare lack, limitation, or financial fear, you're depositing negative currency into your spiritual bank account. But when you learn to speak with deliberate abundance consciousness, you begin making deposits of pure financial possibility that compound into miraculous money manifestations. The most successful people throughout history understood this secret. They knew that their words weren't just describing their financial reality, they were actively creating it. They spoke with unwavering conviction about their abundance, even when their current circumstances suggested otherwise, because they understood that truth exists first in consciousness before manifesting in physical form. What you're about to learn transcends every traditional approach to wealth building you've ever encountered. This isn't about budgeting, investing, or working harder for money. This is about aligning your speech patterns with the fundamental frequency of abundance itself, allowing money to flow toward you through channels you never could have imagined. Right now, as you're watching this, your subconscious mind is processing every word I'm speaking, and something inside you is beginning to shift. You can feel it, can't you? That subtle recognition that there's more to financial success than what you've been taught. If you're serious about transforming your financial reality through consciousness work, subscribing to this channel connects you with a community of people who understand that wealth begins in the mind. Every video I create is designed to give you practical tools for abundance that actually work. The transformation begins with understanding that there's one specific phrase that contains every spiritual element necessary for complete financial transformation. This isn't just another positive affirmation that you repeat half-heartedly while secretly doubting its power. This is a precisely crafted declaration that aligns perfectly with universal money laws and activates an immediate response from what I can only describe as divine financial intelligence. You see, most people approach abundance declarations like they're making a wish to some distant cosmic force. They speak their affirmations once or twice, then go about their day complaining about bills, worrying about expenses, and unknowingly canceling out any positive momentum they might have created. But the hidden truth behind real financial transformation lies in understanding that consciousness operates on frequency, and frequency requires consistency. Now, I want to go even deeper into this revelation, because what I'm about to share will fundamentally shift how you think about money creation. Every single hour of your day represents a fresh opportunity to reprogram your entire financial experience through conscious declaration. Think about this for a moment. You have 24 distinct chances each day to plant abundant seeds in the fertile soil of your financial consciousness. The person who masters this hourly practice becomes financially unstoppable, not because they're working harder or smarter than everyone else, but because they're constantly programming their subconscious mind with abundance frequency, while others are unconsciously broadcasting lack and limitation through their casual conversations. You're systematically rewiring your financial blueprint every 60 minutes. This creates what I call compound consciousness. Each declaration builds upon the previous one, creating unstoppable momentum that eventually reaches a tipping point where your external financial reality must shift to match your internal transformation. Your mindset becomes so saturated with abundance consciousness that poverty thoughts can no longer take root in your mental soil. Behind the scenes of every great fortune, you'll find this same principle at work. The wealthy don't just think differently about money, they speak differently about money, consistently and persistently, until their words literally reshape their circumstances. Their decisions aren't driven by fear or scarcity, because their hourly mental diet has created unshakable faith in their financial abundance. The impact of this practice extends far beyond your bank account. As your consciousness shifts, you begin noticing opportunities that were always there, but previously invisible to your poverty-programmed awareness. Your energy changes, your confidence transforms, and people begin responding to you differently because you're literally vibrating at a different frequency. This journey from financial struggle to abundance isn't about forcing anything to happen. It's about aligning your speech patterns with the natural flow of prosperity that's always trying to reach you. The universe is constantly arranging circumstances, people, and opportunities to deliver abundance, but most people are unconsciously blocking this flow with their contradictory declarations. Write in the comments, "I'm ready to align with abundance," if this transformation makes sense to you, because understanding this principle is just the beginning of your financial awakening. What most people don't realize is that the power lies not in complexity, but in the simplicity of consistent repetition. A simple money declaration repeated throughout your day creates unstoppable momentum that builds into what can only be described as miraculous financial results. This isn't about overwhelming yourself with complicated visualization techniques or lengthy meditation practices. This is about harnessing the compound effect of conscious speech to accelerate your money manifestation beyond what most people experience in years of traditional financial planning. The hidden truth behind this approach becomes crystal clear when you examine the decisions made by history's most spiritually wealthy individuals. Throughout ancient texts, we find countless examples of people who understood this exact principle. When Moses spoke abundance to the burning bush, when Daniel declared faith over financial fear, when David proclaimed victory over financial giants, these weren't desperate pleas whispered in moments of crisis. These were confident declarations that activated what I can only describe as divine financial intelligence. Your hourly practice connects you to this same transformative money power that has been available throughout all of human history. The impact of understanding this revelation completely shifts your perspective on what's actually possible in your financial journey. You begin to see that every great fortune, every breakthrough moment, every rags to riches transformation was built on this same foundation of consistent, faith-filled declaration. Behind the scenes of what appears to be overnight success, you'll always find someone who has been speaking their desired reality into existence long before any external evidence appeared. Their mindset had already shifted, their consciousness had already aligned, and their daily decisions were already flowing from a place of absolute certainty about their financial destiny. This transformation in your speech patterns creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal bank account. Your family begins to notice a different energy around you. Your colleagues start responding to your presence differently. Even strangers seem drawn to your newfound confidence because you're literally broadcasting a different frequency into the world. The journey from financial struggle to abundance becomes less about forcing circumstances to change and more about allowing your elevated consciousness to naturally attract the resources, opportunities, and connections you need. Your declarations become seeds planted in the fertile soil of universal abundance, And like any good farmer, you understand that consistent watering through repetition ensures the strongest possible harvest. What makes this approach so powerful is that it works regardless of your current financial situation, your educational background, or your past mistakes. The universe responds to present moment consciousness, not historical circumstances. Every hour gives you a fresh opportunity to plant new seeds of possibility in your financial garden. Now, I want to reveal the exact declaration that contains every element necessary for complete financial transformation, because understanding the mechanics is only the beginning. Write in the comments, "I choose consistency," if you're ready to commit to this daily practice of conscious financial declaration. The revelation deepens when you understand that your hourly money declaration becomes your spiritual tuning fork, bringing every area of your financial life into harmony with divine abundance order. Just like a musician uses a tuning fork to ensure each instrument resonates at the perfect frequency, this phrase aligns your consciousness with unlimited financial flow, creating resonance that produces tangible money results in your physical experience. This transformation happens because everything in your financial world, from job opportunities to investment returns, from unexpected windfalls to business partnerships, begins vibrating in sync with your declared reality. Your mindset becomes the conductor of a financial orchestra, and every element of your economic experience starts playing the same abundant melody. The hidden truth that separates those who succeed with this practice from those who struggle lies in understanding that your financial declaration must feel true when you speak it, even if your current bank account suggests otherwise. This is where most people make critical decisions that sabotage their progress. They look at their present circumstances, see lack, and allow that external evidence to weaken their internal conviction. If these principles sparked something inside you, and you felt that connection to your abundant potential, hitting the like button lets me know this content is making a real difference in your life. Your engagement means everything to me. But here's the profound revelation that changes everything. Financial truth exists first in the invisible realm of money. Consciousness before manifesting invisible bank balances, investment returns, and income streams. The billionaire's wealth existed in consciousness long before it appeared in their portfolio. The successful entrepreneur's empire was built in their mind before any customer made a purchase. Behind the scenes of every financial breakthrough, you'll find someone who learned to feel prosperous internally while their external world was still catching up to their elevated consciousness. Their journey wasn't about pretending or lying to themselves. It was about recognizing a deeper truth that exists beyond current circumstances. This impact on your financial reality becomes undeniable once you understand that consciousness is the creative force behind all manifestation. Your bank account, your income, your investments, these are all effects, not causes. The cause lives in the realm of consciousness, in the frequency you consistently broadcast through your declarations. When you speak your financial truth with unwavering conviction, you're not trying to convince the universe of anything. You're simply aligning with what already exists in the realm of infinite possibility. Your words become bridges between the invisible abundance that surrounds you and the visible prosperity you're ready to experience. The transformation accelerates because you stop fighting against your current financial situation and start flowing with the natural abundance that's always trying to reach you. Your decisions begin coming from a place of inner knowing rather than external evidence. And this shift in perspective opens channels for money to flow that you never could have imagined. Now, I want to share the exact wording of this powerful declaration, because the precision of language determines the precision of results. Write in the comments, "I feel abundant now," if you're ready to align your consciousness with this deeper financial truth. The breakthrough revelation that changes everything is understanding that the universe responds to sustained financial intention rather than sporadic money efforts. Most people approach abundance declarations like they're playing the lottery. They speak their desires once or twice with intense emotion, then wonder why nothing changes. But here's the hidden truth that separates those who transform their financial reality from those who remain stuck. A money declaration spoken once carries minimal power, while a declaration spoken consistently, throughout the day builds unstoppable financial momentum that divine intelligence must honor with tangible results. This transformation happens because your subconscious mind operates exactly like rich financial soil that accepts whatever money seeds you plant consistently. Think about this profound comparison for a moment. A gardener doesn't plant seeds once and expect an abundant harvest. They understand that consistent care, regular watering, and patient nurturing create the conditions for miraculous growth. Your mindset works the same way. Negative money talk throughout the day plants weeds of financial limitation that choke out any possibility of prosperity. Every time you say, "I can't afford that," you're planting seeds of lack. Every complaint about bills, every worry about expenses, every fearful thought about your financial future deposits limitation into your subconscious soil. But the impact of conscious financial gardening creates an entirely different reality. Positive. Financial declarations plant flowers of unlimited prosperity possibilities that bloom into real-world opportunities, unexpected income streams, and abundant resources flowing toward you from directions you never anticipated. Behind the scenes of your conscious mind, your subconscious is working 24 hours a day to make your dominant thoughts and words become reality. It doesn't judge whether your declarations are positive or negative. It simply accepts whatever you consistently feed it and begins orchestrating circumstances to match that frequency. The journey from financial struggle to abundance becomes a matter of conscious gardening rather than hoping for external rescue. Your decisions about what words to speak every hour determine what kind of financial harvest you'll reap in the coming months. Those who understand this principle make different choices about their internal dialogue because they recognize the direct connection between their speech patterns and their bank account balance. This revelation transforms how you approach every financial conversation, every money decision, every thought about your economic future. You begin treating your consciousness like the valuable real estate it truly is, carefully selecting which thoughts deserve space in your mental garden and which ones need to be weeded out immediately. Now, I want to share the exact declaration that plants the most powerful financial seeds in your subconscious soil, because knowing the mechanics is useless without having the precise formula. Write in the comments, "I choose my seeds carefully," if you're ready to become a conscious gardener of your financial consciousness. The transformation deepens when you understand the precise mechanics of how financial vibration actually works. Every single money word that comes out of your mouth carries specific energy that either aligns with or disrupts your desired financial outcome. This isn't some abstract concept. This is measurable frequency that your subconscious mind translates into instructions for creating your economic reality. Financial complaint, criticism, and doubt vibrate at frequencies that attract more poverty experiences because they're broadcasting lack consciousness into the universe. When you say things like, "money is tight," "the economy is terrible," or "rich people are greedy," you're literally tuning your consciousness to scarcity frequency and wondering why abundance keeps eluding you. But here's the hidden truth that changes everything about your financial journey. Money appreciation and faith attract elevated financial states because they align your consciousness with abundance frequency. Your mindset becomes a powerful transmission tower, and whatever frequency you consistently broadcast determines what experiences get attracted into your reality. Behind the scenes of your daily experience, this vibrational principle is working whether you're conscious of it or not. The impact of understanding this revelation allows you to make different decisions about every word you speak regarding money, wealth, success, and abundance. Your hourly money declaration serves as a reset button for your financial consciousness, and this is where the real magic happens. Throughout any given day, life's challenges naturally pull your attention toward money problems, unexpected expenses, economic uncertainty, and financial fears. These moments are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your abundance journey. When you have a scheduled financial statement that you return to every hour, you're creating a systematic way to redirect focus toward abundant solutions and unlimited financial possibilities. Instead of allowing temporary circumstances to hijack your consciousness for hours or days, you have a built-in mechanism that brings you back to abundance frequency within 60 minutes. This transformation creates incredible momentum because you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances or internal worry patterns. Your decisions become guided by consistent abundance consciousness rather than reactive fear consciousness. Each hourly reset reinforces your commitment to prosperity thinking and weakens the grip that scarcity programming has held over your financial experience. The journey from financial struggle to abundance becomes less about fighting against negative thoughts and more about consistently returning to your chosen frequency. You develop what I call financial resilience, the ability to acknowledge temporary challenges while maintaining unwavering faith in your abundant future. Now, I want to reveal the exact anatomy of what makes a financial declaration truly powerful, because understanding these specific elements determines whether your words create miracles or remain empty wishes. Write in the comments, "I reset to abundance," if you're ready to use this hourly practice to transform your financial frequency. The revelation that transforms everything is understanding that effective money statements contain specific elements that activate universal financial law, working together like ingredients in a perfect recipe to create exactly the right conditions for money manifestation and financial abundance attraction. Most people throw random positive words together and wonder why their declarations feel powerless. But there's a precise science behind crafting statements that actually move the invisible forces of prosperity. The hidden truth lies in understanding that not all declarations are created equal. Your mindset can be filled with hopeful thoughts about money, but if your words don't contain the essential elements that trigger universal response, you're essentially speaking into a void. The transformation happens when you learn to construct your financial statements with the same precision that a master chef combines ingredients to create a perfect dish. By subscribing, you're making a commitment to your own financial transformation. This channel is where I share the deepest insights about money consciousness, manifestation, and spiritual wealth creation that you won't find anywhere else. Behind the scenes of every successful abundance declaration, you'll find these specific components working in harmony to create unstoppable manifestation momentum. The impact of getting this formula right versus wrong determines whether you experience miraculous financial breakthroughs or continue struggling with the same old patterns despite your best efforts. What makes this journey even more powerful is discovering that identity-based money declarations carry exponentially more power than want-based statements because they address who you are financially rather than what you want monetarily. This shift represents a quantum leap in your approach to abundance creation. Instead of positioning yourself as someone lacking money who's trying to get it, you position yourself as someone who is inherently abundant. When you declare your essential abundant nature with absolute conviction, the universe must arrange financial circumstances that match your claimed wealthy identity. This isn't wishful thinking. This is universal law in action. Your external world always mirrors your internal identity, and when you consistently declare yourself as abundant, prosperous, and financially blessed, reality has no choice but to reorganize itself around this truth. The transformation accelerates because you're no longer trying to convince the universe to give you something you don't have. Instead, you're simply claiming what already belongs to your abundant identity. Your decisions begin flowing from this elevated self-concept, and opportunities start appearing that align perfectly with who you've declared yourself to be. This approach bypasses all the resistance that comes from wanting-based declarations because you're not asking for anything external to change. You're simply stating what's already true about your essential nature, and the universe responds by providing evidence that supports this identity. Now, I want to reveal the specific language patterns that make identity-based declarations irresistibly powerful, because the exact words you choose determine how quickly your financial reality shifts. Write in the comments, "I am abundant by nature," if you're ready to embrace this identity-based approach to financial transformation. The transformation deepens when you discover that present-tense money language eliminates delays in financial manifestation, and this revelation changes everything about how you construct your abundance declarations. Most people unknowingly sabotage their financial progress by speaking in future tense, saying things like, "I will be wealthy," or "money is going to flow to me," What they don't realize is that their subconscious mind interprets future tense financial statements as permanent delays, always keeping desired money results just out of reach. Your mindset operates like a sophisticated computer that takes every word literally. When you say, "I will have abundance," your subconscious hears this as an instruction to keep abundance perpetually in the future. Tomorrow never comes because it's always tomorrow. But present declarations create immediate financial alignment because they position abundance as your current reality rather than some distant possibility. The hidden truth behind this linguistic precision is that your subconscious mind can only work with present moment instructions. It doesn't understand time the way your conscious mind does. When you declare, "I am abundant now," you're giving your subconscious clear directions to begin organizing your current experience around abundance rather than waiting for some future permission to be prosperous. Behind the scenes of your financial journey, this seemingly small shift in language creates massive changes in how opportunities, resources, and connections flow toward you. The impact extends far beyond mere positive thinking because you're actually reprogramming the operating system that creates your economic reality. But here's where the revelation becomes even more powerful. Rather than fragmenting your attention across multiple financial desires, wanting more income, better investments, reduced expenses, increased savings, one well-crafted money declaration addresses every aspect of financial experience that requires transformation. This unified approach creates coherent financial vibration that produces coherent money results. Most people scatter their consciousness by focusing on dozens of different financial goals simultaneously. They want a raise, a better car, a bigger house, more savings, less debt, and profitable investments all at once. This fragmented approach creates confused vibration that produces confused results because the universe receives mixed signals about what you actually want. The big transformation happens when you learn to craft one comprehensive statement that encompasses all areas of your financial life. Instead of giving the universe a shopping list of separate desires, you create a unified declaration that aligns every aspect of your money experience with abundance consciousness. Your decisions become clearer, your energy becomes focused, and your results become dramatically more powerful because you're broadcasting one clear, consistent message rather than dozens of competing frequencies. Now, I want to share the final element that makes financial declarations absolutely irresistible to universal intelligence, because this missing piece is what separates those who experience miracles from those who experience mere improvement. Write in the comments, "I speak abundance now," if you're ready to align your language with present moment prosperity. The final revelation that transforms ordinary declarations into miraculous money magnets is understanding that the most powerful financial statements conclude with acknowledgement of divine money grace. This isn't about religious doctrine or spiritual bypassing. This is about recognizing that there are financial methods operating beyond human comprehension that can deliver abundance through channels your logical mind could never have planned or orchestrated. When you end your financial declaration with phrases like "under grace" or "in perfect divine timing," you're signaling complete trust in the intelligence that governs universal abundance flow. This phrase opens pathways for miraculous money demonstrations that eliminate struggle from your financial transformation process entirely. You're essentially telling the universe that you're open to receiving abundance through any means it deems appropriate, even if those methods defy conventional financial wisdom. The hidden truth behind this approach is that grace represents the difference between forcing abundance and allowing abundance. Your mindset shifts from trying to control exactly how money comes to you to trusting that it will come through the most perfect channels for your highest good. This removes resistance from the manifestation process because you're no longer limiting the universe to your narrow understanding of how wealth should be created. Behind the scenes of every miraculous financial breakthrough, you'll find someone who learned to surrender the how while maintaining absolute faith in the outcome. Their journey transformed from effortful striving to graceful receiving because they recognized a power greater than their individual will working on their behalf. The transformation deepens exponentially when you understand that your participation in this hourly financial practice signals to divine intelligence that you're ready to become a conscious money co-creator rather than an unconscious victim of financial circumstance. This shift in identity activates supernatural assistance in your financial transformation journey that most people never experience because they remain trapped in victim consciousness. When you commit to speaking abundance declarations every hour, you're essentially announcing to the universe that you're no longer willing to let random thoughts and unconscious patterns determine your financial destiny. Your decisions become intentional, your words become powerful, and your results become extraordinary because you've stepped into partnership with forces that can orchestrate circumstances far beyond your individual capabilities. This conscious co-creation approach recognizes that while you're responsible for aligning your consciousness with abundance, you don't have to figure out all the details of how prosperity will manifest. The impact of this realization removes enormous pressure from your financial journey because you're no longer carrying the burden of making everything happen through personal effort alone. Now I want to share the exact wording of the declaration that incorporates all these elements into one transformative statement, because having the complete formula in your hands changes everything about what becomes possible in your financial reality. Write in the comments, "I co-create with grace," if you're ready to partner with divine intelligence in your abundance journey. The profound transformation that occurs through this practice happens because the hourly money method interrupts unconscious financial patterns that keep you stuck in unwanted money experiences. Think about your typical day for a moment. Most people live on complete financial autopilot, repeating yesterday's money thoughts, having the same conversations about bills and expenses, and unconsciously creating more of yesterday's financial results through their habitual mental patterns. Your mindset operates through these invisible loops that run automatically in the background of your consciousness. You wake up and immediately think about your financial obligations. You check your bank balance with the same worried energy. You have conversations filled with the same money concerns you had last month, last year, and even last decade. This autopilot programming keeps you trapped in cycles that feel impossible to break through willpower alone. A simple like on this video helps more people discover these powerful financial consciousness techniques. When you like this content, you're helping someone else find their path to abundance, and that creates beautiful ripple effects in the world. But here's the hidden truth that changes everything about your financial journey. When you commit to speaking a specific abundance declaration every single hour, you're creating systematic interruptions to these unconscious patterns. Each time your phone reminds you to speak your declaration, you're literally breaking the trance of scarcity, thinking, and redirecting your consciousness toward prosperity frequency. The impact of these hourly interruptions compounds throughout your day because you're no longer allowing financial fear and limitation to run unchecked through your mental landscape. Instead of spending 8, 10, or 12 hours unconsciously reinforcing poverty consciousness, you're consciously choosing abundance thoughts 16 times every day. Behind the scenes of this practice, something even more powerful is happening. Your money declaration becomes a beacon that guides the universe toward your desired financial demonstration. Like a lighthouse sending signals across vast waters to guide ships safely to shore, your financial words send specific instructions across the invisible realm of money possibility, attracting opportunities, resources, and connections that align perfectly with your declared reality. This revelation transforms how you understand the creative power of your speech. You're not just speaking positive words into empty space, you're broadcasting a consistent signal that divine intelligence uses to orchestrate circumstances in your favor. Every time you speak your declaration, you're essentially updating your coordinates in the universal GPS system, ensuring that abundance knows exactly where to find you. The transformation becomes unstoppable because you're working with cosmic forces rather than trying to create results through personal effort alone. Your decisions begin flowing from this elevated understanding that you're in constant communication with unlimited intelligence through your spoken words. Now, I want to reveal the exact declaration that serves as your financial lighthouse beacon, because this specific wording contains every element we've discussed working in perfect harmony. Write in the comments, "I am my own lighthouse," if you're ready to become a conscious beacon for financial abundance. The most challenging yet crucial aspect of this financial transformation process is understanding that it requires unwavering faith during the invisible stages, when your money words begin working immediately in the spiritual realm before any results appear in your physical bank account. This gap between declaration and demonstration becomes the ultimate test of your commitment to the practice, and it's precisely where most people abandon their journey just before their breakthrough. Your mindset during these invisible stages determines whether you experience miraculous financial shifts or return to old patterns of struggle. The hidden truth is that the universe always responds instantly to your declarations, but this response occurs first in the realm of pure possibility before condensing into physical form. Think of it like placing an order online. The moment you complete your purchase, systems activate behind the scenes even though your package hasn't arrived yet. Behind the scenes of every financial miracle, there's always a period where nothing seems to be happening externally while everything is shifting internally. The impact of maintaining faith during this crucial phase cannot be overstated, because your continued declarations during apparent inactivity demonstrate the level of trust that qualifies you for supernatural assistance. This revelation transforms how you approach the entire manifestation journey. Instead of judging the effectiveness of your practice based on immediate external evidence, you begin recognizing the subtle shifts in your consciousness, the new opportunities that start appearing, and the different quality of conversations and connections flowing into your experience. What makes this understanding even more powerful is recognizing that every time you speak your money declaration, you're making deposits of spiritual currency into your account with the universe. These aren't metaphorical deposits. They're real accumulations of vibrational energy that build momentum in the invisible realm of financial creation. Your financial deposits accumulate interest through consistent repetition, eventually reaching the exact balance necessary for your desired money outcome to materialize in your physical reality. Just like compound interest in a traditional savings account, each declaration builds upon previous ones, creating exponential growth in your spiritual currency balance. The transformation accelerates because you begin viewing each hourly declaration not as desperate pleading, but as strategic investing in your financial future. Your decisions about consistency become easier when you understand that skipping declarations is literally choosing to miss making deposits into your universal abundance account. This journey requires a complete shift in how you measure progress, moving from external evidence to internal knowing, from immediate results to faithful persistence, from doubt-based questioning to trust-based consistency. Now, I want to share the exact declaration formula that makes the most powerful deposits in your spiritual currency account, because the precise wording determines the interest rate on your financial transformation. Write in the comments, "I make daily deposits," if you're ready to consistently invest in your spiritual currency account. Now, after understanding all these foundational principles, you're ready to receive the specific money declaration that creates miraculous financial shifts when spoken every hour. This isn't just another positive affirmation. This is a precisely calibrated statement that incorporates every element we've discussed, working together to create unstoppable financial transformation. The declaration that has changed thousands of lives is, "I am in perfect harmony with infinite financial abundance, and all money and prosperity flow to me now under grace in miraculous ways." Each word in this declaration serves a specific purpose in rewiring your financial consciousness and activating universal abundance laws. The transformation begins with understanding why this particular combination of words creates such powerful results when other declarations fall flat. The journey starts with the most important two words in the entire statement, "I am." This foundational money phrase establishes your true identity as one connected to infinite financial supply, eliminating any sense of separation between you and unlimited abundance. Your mindset begins operating from the understanding that you're not someone trying to get money from outside yourself. You are abundance itself, seeking expression through your experience. Behind the scenes of this simple phrase lies the most profound spiritual truth about wealth creation. When you declare "I am" in connection with abundance, you're tapping into the same creative power that spoke the universe into existence. These aren't just words. They're commands that your subconscious mind must obey because they define your essential nature rather than describing your temporary circumstances. The hidden truth is that most people approach abundance from a position of separation, always trying to get something they believe they lack. But when you begin your declaration with "I am," you're establishing the proper consciousness for money attraction. The understanding that abundance is not something external to acquire, but something internal to express. This revelation changes everything about how you relate to money, wealth, and prosperity. Your decisions begin flowing from inherent abundance rather than perceived lack. Opportunities start appearing that match your claimed identity as someone who is naturally connected to infinite financial supply. The impact extends far beyond mere positive thinking because you're literally restructuring your identity at the deepest level. Instead of being someone who wants money, you become someone who is money, consciousness expressing itself in human form. This transformation in how you see yourself creates corresponding changes in how the universe responds to you, how other people treat you, and what opportunities begin flowing toward your experience. Now, I want to break down each remaining element of this powerful declaration so you understand exactly why every word matters and how to speak it with the conviction that produces miraculous results. Write in the comments, "I am abundance," if you're ready to claim this identity as your foundational truth about money. The transformation deepens as we explore the next essential element, perfect harmony. This phrase indicates complete alignment with divine financial order, ensuring that your money comes through channels that serve your highest good and the good of all. Most people unconsciously block their financial flow because they carry guilt, shame, or resistance around receiving abundant blessings, often stemming from childhood programming that taught them money was somehow evil or that good people shouldn't want wealth. Your mindset around receiving abundance determines how much the universe can actually deliver to you. When you declare perfect harmony, you're programming your consciousness to attract money through ethical, joyful, and beneficial channels that uplift everyone involved. This eliminates the internal conflict that sabotages so many people's financial success. The hidden truth behind this phrase is that the universe wants to bless you with abundance, but it can only deliver what you're truly willing to receive without guilt or self-judgment. Behind the scenes of every blocked financial breakthrough, you'll find someone wrestling with worthiness issues or conflicted beliefs about whether they deserve prosperity. Perfect harmony resolves this internal struggle by aligning your money attraction with divine order, ensuring that your wealth serves not only your personal needs, but contributes to the greater good. Your decisions about money begin flowing from love rather than fear, service rather than selfishness, and joy rather than obligation. The journey becomes effortless because you're no longer fighting against internal resistance or trying to convince yourself you deserve abundance. The phrase infinite abundance eliminates all limitations on what's financially available to you, opening your consciousness to receive money from expected and unexpected sources while removing any caps on your financial potential or earning capacity. Most people unconsciously limit their income by thinking in terms of salary ranges, business profit margins, or investment return rates. They create invisible ceilings on their financial potential based on their current understanding of how money works. But when you declare infinite abundance, you're instructing your subconscious mind to remain open to financial channels that transcend your current comprehension. This revelation transforms how you approach opportunities, investments, and income streams. Instead of calculating what seems realistic based on past experience, you begin expecting miraculous demonstrations that defy conventional financial logic. The impact of this expanded consciousness attracts money from directions you never could have anticipated. Unexpected inheritances, business partnerships, investment opportunities, creative projects, and gift money from sources that seemed impossible. Your financial reality begins expanding because you've removed the mental barriers that were keeping abundance at bay. The universe operates from infinite supply, but your consciousness determines how much of that infinite supply you're actually able to receive and enjoy. Now, I want to explore how the next element of this declaration activates immediate movement of money toward your experience. Because understanding this timing component changes everything about when your financial transformation begins. Write in the comments, "I embrace infinite possibilities," if you're ready to remove all caps from your financial potential. The transformation becomes even more powerful when you understand that all good things encompasses every possible financial blessing that could enhance your life experience. This isn't limited to just salary increases or business profits. This comprehensive phrase includes investment returns, unexpected money gifts, profitable ventures, real estate opportunities, creative income streams, inheritance surprises, and financial blessings you haven't even imagined yet. Your mindset shifts from focusing on one specific source of income to remaining open to unlimited channels of abundance. Most people unknowingly limit their financial flow by fixating on their job as their only source of prosperity. But when you declare all good things, you're instructing the universe to deliver money through every possible beneficial channel simultaneously. The hidden truth behind this approach is that abundance wants to reach you through multiple streams, but your consciousness must be expansive enough to recognize and receive these diverse blessings. Behind the scenes of every person living in extraordinary wealth, you'll find someone who learned to expect money from expected and unexpected directions, rather than putting all their hopes in one financial basket. This revelation changes your entire approach to financial planning because you're no longer dependent on any single income source. Your decisions become more confident and creative because you trust that if one channel temporarily closes, 10 others are ready to open. The impact of this expansive thinking attracts opportunities that people with narrow financial vision completely miss. But here's where the magic really accelerates. The phrase, "flow to me now," activates immediate movement of money toward your life. And understanding this timing element eliminates the delays that keep most people struggling for years. The word flow implies effortless financial attraction rather than stressful striving, positioning you as a magnet that naturally draws prosperity rather than someone desperately chasing after it. When you declare that money flows to you, you're aligning with the natural movement of abundance rather than trying to force circumstances through personal effort alone. Your journey becomes about removing obstacles to flow rather than creating flow through struggle. This shift in approach transforms your entire experience from exhausting to energizing. The transformation accelerates even more dramatically when you add "now" to your declaration, eliminating delays and activating present-moment money demonstration in your experience. Most people unconsciously postpone their abundance by speaking in future tense, but this single word commands immediate activation of your financial blessings. Your subconscious mind interprets "now" as an emergency instruction that takes priority over all previous programming. This creates urgency in the spiritual realm that translates into accelerated manifestation in the physical realm. Now, I want to reveal the final element that makes this declaration absolutely irresistible to universal intelligence, because this concluding phrase opens channels for supernatural financial assistance that transcends all human limitations. Write in the comments, "Money flows to me now," if you're ready to experience effortless financial attraction. The final element that transforms ordinary declarations into miraculous money magnets is the phrase, "under grace in miraculous ways." This isn't religious language. This is spiritual technology that opens channels for supernatural financial assistance, completely removing struggle from your money acquisition process. When you conclude your declaration with these words, you're essentially telling the universe that you're open to receiving abundance through methods you never could have planned, orchestrated, or even imagined. Your mindset shifts from trying to figure out exactly how your money will come to trusting that it will come through the most perfect channels for your situation. The hidden truth behind this approach is that the universe has access to infinite creative solutions for delivering abundance. But most people block these miraculous channels by insisting that money can only come through conventional means. Behind the scenes of every unexplainable financial breakthrough, the unexpected business opportunities, The surprise inheritances, the perfectly timed investments, the chance meetings that lead to million-dollar partnerships. You'll find someone who learned to surrender the how while maintaining absolute faith in the outcome. This revelation transforms your entire approach to wealth creation because you're no longer limiting the universe to your narrow understanding of how money works. Your decisions become guided by intuition rather than just logic, and opportunities begin appearing that defy conventional financial wisdom yet produce extraordinary results. The transformation accelerates exponentially. When you understand that speaking this complete financial declaration every hour programs your subconscious mind with the frequency of money abundance. This isn't just positive thinking. This is systematic consciousness programming that rewires your mental operating system for prosperity. Your consciousness begins vibrating at the level of your claimed financial reality, attracting money experiences that match your declared prosperous state. Every time you speak this declaration, you're essentially updating your internal financial thermostat, adjusting it to a higher level of abundance that your external circumstances must eventually match. The impact of this hourly programming creates compound transformation because each declaration builds upon the previous ones, creating unstoppable momentum in your subconscious mind. While others remain trapped in poverty, consciousness through unconscious negative self-talk, you're systematically elevating your financial frequency 16 times every day. Your journey becomes about consistent consciousness elevation rather than sporadic motivation, creating sustainable transformation that compounds over time. The person you become through this practice naturally attracts the financial experiences that match your evolved identity. Now, I want to explore the precise timing and rhythm that makes this practice most effective, because understanding when and how to speak your declarations determines how quickly your financial reality begins shifting. Write in the comments, "I trust miraculous ways," if you're ready to let the universe surprise you with supernatural financial solutions. The transformation becomes unstoppable when you understand the precise timing that makes this practice most effective. Morning financial declarations set positive intention for incoming money opportunities throughout your day, essentially programming your consciousness to recognize and attract prosperity from the moment you wake up. Your mindset during those first few hours determines the vibrational frequency you'll broadcast for the entire day, making morning declarations absolutely crucial for financial success. But the hidden truth goes deeper than just starting your day with positive thoughts. When you speak your abundance declaration first thing in the morning, you're giving your subconscious mind clear instructions about what to focus on, what opportunities to notice, and what experiences to magnetize before your conscious mind gets cluttered with daily responsibilities and distractions. Behind the scenes of your morning declaration, your consciousness begins scanning for evidence that supports your claimed financial reality. People who skip this morning programming often spend their entire day unconsciously looking for problems, limitations, and reasons why money can't flow to them, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of financial struggle. The journey continues throughout your day with afternoon repetitions that maintain elevated money consciousness despite challenges, unexpected expenses, or temporary setbacks that naturally occur in everyone's experience. These midday declarations serve as powerful reset buttons that prevent temporary circumstances from derailing your abundance momentum. Your afternoon declarations demonstrate your commitment to prosperity consciousness regardless of external evidence, and this unwavering consistency signals to the universe that you're serious about your financial transformation. Evening affirmations prepare your subconscious for overnight financial processing and integration, ensuring that your abundance programming continues working even while you sleep. The impact of this 24-hour consciousness programming cannot be overstated because it creates what I call compound abundance awareness. Your decisions begin flowing from consistent prosperity thinking rather than reactive scarcity thinking, and opportunities start appearing that align perfectly with your elevated financial frequency. But here's the revelation that changes everything about how you understand wealth creation. Your external financial world reflects your internal money conversation with mathematical precision. Change the financial conversation. Change the money world. This isn't metaphorical. This is the fundamental law governing all financial experience. The person who speaks abundance consciousness throughout their day attracts abundant financial experiences because they're literally broadcasting prosperity frequency into the universe. Every word you speak about money either deposits abundance or limitation into your spiritual bank account, and your external circumstances must eventually match your dominant internal dialogue. Now, I want to explore how this gradual internal transformation suddenly erupts into dramatic external changes, because understanding this process helps you maintain faith during the invisible stages of your financial breakthrough. Write in the comments, "I choose abundance frequency," if you're ready to align your internal conversation with prosperity consciousness. The most profound revelation about this financial transformation process is understanding that it happens gradually, then suddenly, following the same pattern as every significant breakthrough in human experience. Daily repetition of your abundance declaration creates subtle shifts in money consciousness that accumulate over time, building invisible momentum until your internal changes reach critical mass and explode into dramatic external financial changes that astound everyone around you. Your mindset undergoes microscopic adjustments with each hourly declaration, rewiring neural pathways and dissolving limiting beliefs so gradually that you might not notice the changes day by day. But behind the scenes, your consciousness is systematically upgrading its relationship with money, wealth, and prosperity in ways that prepare you for quantum leaps in your financial reality. The hidden truth is that most people abandon their practice during this gradual phase because they're judging their progress based on immediate external evidence rather than recognizing the profound internal transformation taking place. They don't realize they're building the consciousness foundation that will eventually support miraculous financial demonstrations. Your journey through this gradual phase becomes the qualification process that prepares you for sudden abundance. The universe tests your commitment, faith, and consistency during the invisible stages because only those who prove their unwavering dedication receive access to supernatural financial assistance. The impact of this process creates what I call financial metamorphosis. Just like a caterpillar doesn't gradually become a butterfly, but undergoes complete transformation in the cocoon before emerging as an entirely different creature. Your financial breakthrough often appears overnight to outside observers, but it's actually the culmination of weeks or months of consistent consciousness programming. But here's where the revelation becomes even more powerful. Your hourly financial declaration aligns you with the natural rhythm of money creation that governs universal abundance flow. The universe operates in financial cycles and cosmic money patterns that most people never recognize, but your regular practice synchronizes your consciousness with these invisible rhythms, dramatically accelerating your manifestation timeline. Think of it like tuning into a radio frequency. When you align with the cosmic money frequency through consistent hourly declarations, you begin receiving abundance transmissions that were always broadcasting but previously outside your conscious reception range. Your decisions begin guided by this cosmic financial intelligence, leading you toward opportunities and connections that seem coincidental but are actually orchestrated by forces beyond human comprehension. The transformation happens because you're no longer operating from random financial thinking, but from conscious participation in universal abundance patterns that have been creating wealth throughout all of human history. Now, I want to explore how your speech patterns reveal your current consciousness level and what specific changes indicate that your financial breakthrough is imminent. Write in the comments, "I align with cosmic abundance," if you're ready to synchronize your consciousness with universal money rhythms. The revelation that completely transforms your approach to wealth creation is understanding that your speech patterns reveal your exact financial consciousness level with startling accuracy. Most people have no idea that they're broadcasting their money limitations through casual conversation throughout the day, wondering why their financial circumstances never improve despite their best efforts and positive intentions. Your mindset becomes visible through every word you speak about money, bills, expenses, investments, and economic conditions. When you begin paying attention to your automatic financial language, You'll discover patterns that explain exactly why your current money situation exists and what needs to change for dramatic improvement to occur. The hidden truth is that complaint creates more financial problems, while appreciation creates more financial reasons to appreciate. And this principle operates with mathematical precision in your experience. Every time you say, "I can't afford that," you're programming your subconscious to find more evidence of limitation. Every time you complain about taxes, bills, or economic conditions, you're depositing scarcity consciousness into your spiritual bank account. Behind the scenes of your casual conversations lies the blueprint for your financial future. Your journey toward abundance requires becoming conscious of these unconscious patterns that have been running your financial life on autopilot for years or even decades. But here's where this practice becomes infinitely more powerful than any other wealth-building approach you've encountered. The compound effect of hourly financial declaration surpasses every other money manifestation technique because it addresses the root cause of all financial creation, consciousness itself. While other methods attempt to change circumstances without changing consciousness, this practice changes money, consciousness first, making permanent financial transformation inevitable. The impact of understanding this distinction cannot be overstated. Most financial advice focuses on external strategies, budgeting, investing, side hustles, or business opportunities. These approaches can produce temporary improvements, but they don't create lasting transformation because they leave the underlying consciousness patterns unchanged. Your decisions about money will always flow from your consciousness level, and if that consciousness remains programmed with limitation, scarcity, and financial fear, you'll unconsciously sabotage any external improvements through self-defeating behaviors, poor choices, or missed opportunities. The transformation becomes permanent when you upgrade the consciousness that creates all financial decisions. And this is exactly what happens through consistent hourly declarations. You're literally reprogramming the operating system that runs your entire financial experience rather than just trying to fix surface-level symptoms. Now, I want to explore the specific signs that indicate your consciousness programming is working and your financial breakthrough is building momentum in the invisible realm. Write in the comments, "I am transforming at the root," if you're ready to address the consciousness that creates all your financial experiences. The transformation begins accelerating in ways that will astound you when you understand that every single hour brings perfect financial opportunities aligned with your highest good. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the natural result of consistently programming your consciousness with abundance frequency. Your elevated financial mindset creates a magnetic field that attracts money situations, beneficial connections, and profitable possibilities that perfectly match your declared reality. Behind the scenes of your hourly declarations, something profound is happening to your energy field that others can sense before you even recognize it yourself. People around you begin noticing changes in your confidence, your presence, and your entire approach to financial conversations before you're fully aware of your own transformation. The hidden truth is that your elevated financial consciousness affects every money interaction you have throughout the day. Clients respond to you differently, employers treat you with greater respect, business partners see new potential in you, and even strangers seem drawn to your evolved energy. Your decisions begin flowing from abundance consciousness, and opportunities start appearing that align perfectly with this upgraded version of yourself. But here's where the journey becomes particularly revealing. The resistance you might feel toward this financial practice actually provides valuable insight into areas where your money consciousness needs the most upgrading. The mind that resists positive financial repetition has been deeply programmed to accept negative money patterns and limitation as normal, comfortable, and familiar. Your resistance isn't evidence that the practice doesn't work. It's evidence that the practice is working so effectively that it's threatening the old programming that has kept you financially stuck. The part of your mind that feels uncomfortable with hourly abundance declarations is the same part that feels comfortable with hourly worry, complaint, and financial fear. The impact of recognizing this resistance as a diagnostic tool transforms your entire approach to the practice. Instead of letting resistance stop you, you begin using it as a roadmap, showing you exactly where the most powerful transformation needs to occur. Your journey becomes about systematically dissolving these resistance patterns through consistent declaration rather than avoiding the practice because it feels uncomfortable. This revelation changes everything because you realize that discomfort during abundance practice is actually confirmation that you're breaking through decades of poverty programming. The transformation happens in direct proportion to your willingness to persist through the resistance phases that signal consciousness upgrades in progress. Now, I want to explore how this practice affects not just your personal finances, but creates ripple effects that benefit everyone in your environment, because understanding this collective impact motivates you to maintain consistency even during challenging periods. Write in the comments, "I welcome all upgrades," if you're ready to embrace the resistance as evidence of your consciousness transformation. The transformation reaches its most powerful level when you understand that your commitment to this hourly financial practice demonstrates unwavering trust in divine financial intelligence. And this trust activates spiritual money law on your behalf in ways that transcend human comprehension. Most people approach wealth creation from a place of doubt, constantly questioning whether their efforts will work. But when you commit to speaking abundance declarations every hour, you're making a profound statement of faith that the universe recognizes and rewards. Your mindset shifts from hoping your practice might work to knowing it must work, because you're aligning with spiritual principles that have governed wealth creation throughout all of human history. Behind the scenes of your consistent declarations, divine intelligence begins orchestrating circumstances, connections, and opportunities that demonstrate the power of your faith in tangible, measurable ways. The hidden truth is that the universe responds to financial faith with evidence, providing money demonstrations that strengthen your belief and accelerate future manifestations. Every time you receive an unexpected check, discover a profitable opportunity, or experience synchronistic financial blessings after beginning your hourly practice, you're receiving confirmation that spiritual law is working on your behalf. But here's the revelation that separates those who experience miraculous financial transformation from those who remain stuck in limitation. Your commitment to this practice must begin immediately while your inspiration remains strong. The moment you finish watching this, the moment you understand these principles, that's when your transformation window opens widest. The journey from financial struggle to abundance doesn't wait for perfect conditions, complete understanding, or elimination of all doubts. Your decisions must be made from inspired action rather than analytical paralysis, because the universe responds to movement, commitment, and faith demonstrated through consistent practice. The impact of beginning now rather than someday cannot be overstated. Set your hourly reminders now, speak your first declaration now, and begin programming your consciousness for abundance now. The universe is ready to respond to your consistent call for demonstration of unlimited financial abundance, but it requires your immediate participation rather than future intentions. Your transformation begins the moment you make the commitment and speak your first declaration with conviction, because divine intelligence has been waiting for your conscious participation in the wealth creation process. That's your birthright. If you've made it to this point in our conversation, you're clearly someone who recognizes the profound power that lies within conscious speech and deliberate financial transformation. The principles we've explored together aren't just theoretical concepts, they're practical tools that have the potential to completely revolutionize your relationship with money and abundance. The journey we've taken together through understanding vibrational frequency, consciousness programming, and spiritual law represents just the beginning of what's possible when you commit to this hourly practice. Every person who subscribes to this channel is joining a community of conscious wealth creators who understand that financial transformation begins with internal transformation. Your commitment to learning these principles tells me something important about your character and your readiness for abundance. If this message resonated with your soul and you feel called to implement these practices in your own life, leave a comment saying, "This message was meant for me." So I know you were truly with me through this entire exploration. The connection we've built through these insights deserves recognition. And if you found value in this deep dive into financial consciousness, A simple like on this video helps more people discover these life-changing principles. Your engagement signals to others that this content can genuinely transform their financial reality. There's a video right here that complements this topic perfectly, diving even deeper into the practical implementation of consciousness-based wealth creation. Click and continue with me over there, because your abundance journey is just beginning, and I have so much more to share with you about creating the financial freedom you deserve.